Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to Starcraft English commentary. We'll continue on with the coverage of ASL S20 Prelims Day 2. This is going to be group number 4. And we're going to be having Ssak versus Shuttle. Surprisingly, right now, Ssak is leading 1-0. The second set is going to be played on the map Metropolis. Shuttle is in some serious trouble. Not like his ASL championship quality anyways, but, you know, it's a bit sad. But, you know, he was ASL Season 1 champion. If you recall, maybe just quickly show you here. Among the League of Legends or the Hall of Fame or the greatest of all time, you know, list, he is up there, right? With one ever individual gold medal and no silvers and no bronzes. He's just ahead of Lava and all of the other. Well, I guess he's about the same as the other player who's got only one gold and nothing else in between. So that's what we have. Of course, Soki and Flash and Queen are all goaded. Anyways, I don't think Flash is playing today. I've not heard about Flash. So that's a good question. Let me just quickly ask if Flash is playing today and let's see what people are saying. Anyways, yeah, as I'm asking the people on the forum, let's see what is going to be the status coming out from Shuttle and Ssak. Looks like we're going to be having expansion after barracks now. Nicely done. And let's see if Shuttle is going to put down his gateway and then Zelle out or directly into Dragoon. Into Dragoon, it's slightly worse in this scenario. Because the enemy is not gonna be facing pressure early on, but still it's not super bad. Because with the Dragoon range, you're gonna be able to force a bunker and you're gonna be able to stop the Terran player from coming out and scouting. But anyways, this probe is gonna arrive, and I would see if Shuttle would try to take some hits at that Marine, which is something that you could do if you're a high level player. He's gonna just walk right past him and he will see that as an expansion. Behind this, I think Shuttle's gonna take his own expansion. Yeah, he's gonna take his own expansion. And the Dragoon is out there. He will need to stop this SV from scouting, but instead he will go towards the expansion. No, he's gonna stay back. Nice idea, because sniping this SV is more important. The SV will see that as an expansion if he go past the Dragoon. Let's see if Sack's gonna go past the Dragoon. He's gonna go past the Dragoon, but will he go inside? I mean, he doesn't even see the expansion. So maybe he saw, I don't know. I'm not so sure, but anyways, we might have a second scouting SV coming out, which is very standard procedure. This SV has got 15 out of 60 HP. It's gonna take another hit soon, I think. Another scouting SV has already left the area, so that's that. Anyways, this SV has died, and the Dragoon is gonna be able to block the front door behind us. We're gonna be having a factory coming up, so that's that. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this chance, maybe show you some appreciation of the people who have supported me in the last 30 days. So here are the names: Mr. Sea Goblin and also Mr. Wang, and I'm just gonna quickly show you what they look like. This is Mr. Wang. He's Asian, but don't be mistaken, he's a fearsome Dragoon warrior. And Mr. Sea Goblin is basically just a goblin, who is roaming the Nordic seas. We're gonna be having Shuttle and Reaver. This Shuttle, the SCV is gonna try to come in here and check out the situation, but not so sure exactly how he's gonna be able to actually react to it. He's gonna get on the high ground. Oh my god, probably to do the best job in the world. Not bad for the block. Not bad for the block. The SCV is gonna get right through. So unfortunate for Shuttle, and that might mean the end of this game for him, because the enemy will know exactly what he's doing. Anyhow, if you want to join these gentlemen here and showing your love for Namkraft, you can support me by buying me coffee. Any amount help. $1 help, 1 UK pound help. You can send it to my Revolut account. If you have a Revolut account, you can send it to my Zelle account. I'll just use PayPal and credit card. The link to all of that is going to be in the description. Please be precise and mention that it's for Namkraft, because these are not my accounts. These are other people's accounts. So if you don't say it's for Namkraft, maybe they will use it for their own whatever benefit or whatever. Anyways, back to this game. Shuttle and Ssak, the map Metropolis. Maybe just quickly review the map stats, because we do want to find out, how good are the, how good are the maps of one of the players. So this is what Metropolis looks like. Let me just quickly show you. There it is. 4-player map. And I want to maybe also show you the map stats. These are the upcoming season ASL map. So for Terran players, here are the maps. And as you can see, the new maps are terrible for Protoss, right? During current knockout, the limits are all bad. Metropolis is alright, it's quite average. Anyways, we are seeing a shuttle loaded with a dragoon, so this will help to kind of a counter against the raid. But it's gonna be slightly tough. He's gonna land here. The raid is already arrived, I believe. He's gonna have to have siege mode. The dragoon's gonna get landed. He need to pick things up. Dragoon need to pull back. He's gonna be in some serious trouble. He's gonna unload the dragoon here. The shuttle has taken several hits. He's taken several hits. He will lose the shadow. He will lose the raid. The raid has died. Yes or no? Maybe so. This Reaver is going to take some shot. Go for the damage. He's going to go and get as many SCV as possible. But he's taking way too many hits. And so that Reaver is going to get lost. And I already feel like Shadow is going to be losing this game. It's going to be slightly disheartening. But at least he's able to kind of stop SCV's, mining for a while. But not much. Not much. And Ssak is ahead in supply largely. So that's very unfortunate. We have a scan just to see if the enemy is switching to something else or making gateways or what. But this map, Metropolis, is actually very hard to scan everything. Because you can see, Shuttle did not make the gateway here. He made a little bit of southwest base, so that was not scannable if you scan it right there. But looks like Ssak is gonna be playing the long game. He's gonna be playing the long game. This observer is not getting sniped. It walks right past the supply depot and the scanner. But it's not gonna get destroyed. He's gonna try to check how many units do you have, and now it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall, and it doesn't say anything else. It doesn't even count the number of factories correctly. So that's anyways, we will have the third base for Shuttle. He's gonna be super careful. Now the fact that the Terran player has gone for a dropship means that for a starport means that dropship could be at play here. But we will have vultures coming to this high ground. He's gonna try to lay a mine, but they get pushed back hard. But that's gonna be the signal for this one tank and two vultures to go somewhere else. Looks like Shadow have seen it. He will need to. He doesn't have cannons yet. I don't think he even has the forge. So that's gonna be a problem. But it's gonna be some dragoon just waiting in the middle area to scout it. Observer is gonna try to check the main. There is nothing. The raid is trying to get Ssak. Is so determined to get this observer destroyed. He does get it destroyed. This dropship is gonna come around. The dragoon's gonna try to place himself in this area. This is a nice guesswork, but he also need to kind of pay attention to the backside. He need to come out there. The dragoon's gonna try to snipe it. Looks like Ssak is gonna be losing his dropship. Nicely done. The tank unloads, so the tanks will fall together with the vulture. Maybe one dragoon will fall. Maybe not. But that's gonna put the game right back in the back between these two players. Looks like Sak decided, I'm gonna push forward while your forces are out of position, but the Shuttle will load up with the Zealot. So that's gonna be slightly problematic now. The Shuttle will need to pick things up right off the bat because there's gonna be a chance to counterattack. The vultures have arrived and they've started to lay a lot of mines here. And Shadow is, he heard the mine. He need to react. He's got some dragoon inside of his main base. He need to use them. We have a scanner that sees the situation. Dragoon's gonna try to come from the back. Dragoon's gonna come out, and looks like Shadow's gonna shoot himself in the foot here. Prompts it to run away. There's gonna be some dragoons retreating from the backside. He will lose. Shadow is dropping some Reaver now. The Reaver will take some great shot. He will get the first time. No, it's not destroyed. He gets the first time. We have a raid here. The Shadow's gonna get destroyed. Unfortunately, maybe. But he loses all of the tanks, Ssak, and Shadow is coming right back. ASL Season 1 champion Shadow is showing it to us. Who's the boss? Who's the boss? Looks like Ssak is going to try to expand once again, but Shadow has got things clearer. I think Shadow with speed is done. But now the problem with Shadow, he needs to clear these mines. These mines will be very problematic later. He needs to clear them now. And he need to start to go towards another base in the future. So that's going to be something we need to think about in the future. Looks like these vultures are looking to drive in once again, but there's a lot of dragoons and Zealot and whatnot hiding here, so it's going to be impossible. He should start to place some mines here to stop the fourth base from coming up. Looks like they might come in. The cannons here complete, so there's going to be no more drops in this location. The vultures are looking for anything that is going to get sent out, but we don't have anything yet. What is Shadow doing? He's just sitting at home and doing nothing. He's got double Shadow, he's got a lot of infantry, and he's gotta have to come out and clear the mines. He's gonna finally come out and clear the mines. And he will get ready to take an expansion as well. He's able to get those tanks destroyed, but he's with being too slow. I feel like this is exactly what Shadow is. He is just so slow. He's just so slow. His APM 230, he's like Snow, but he's like the Snow version. The low IQ version of Snow. Snow's got low APM, but at least he's got high IQ. Shadow has got low APM and low IQ. That's what my thought. Of course, he's still a pro gamer. He's not like me or you, right? He can defeat all of us, but that doesn't mean he's good compared to pro gamer standards. Anyways, enough of my rambling. Looks like Shadow's gonna try to come out. He needs to expand. He cannot just play with 3 bases. And he's got his triple shuttle. This might be a pivotal moment here. If he loses this attack and he drops everything into the wrong location, he will lose the game. Looks like the Rays are checking. The Dragoon's gonna try to come out and clear. The shuttle's gonna land right now. Zelle with lag has completed. He's gonna attack. Looks like the triple shuttle arrived. The Rays are not here. The Rays are not in the right location. There's gonna be a lot of mines. This Reaver is gonna take some hits. It's been damaged by the tank, but it's gonna be to pick it up, get picked up, and there's gonna be another Reaver shot. They did pick up the Reaver. The Reaver is gonna get destroyed by the Raid. He needs to land the Reaver somewhere. There's possibly a tank. No, there's no tank on this base, so that's gonna be slightly problematic. These Dragoons are destroying forces left and right. They need to pick up the shuttle and do some shots here. He's gonna land a Reaver. There's gonna be a tank behind this. The Dragoons are not able to get on the high ground. They will get on high ground now. There's gonna be a Reaver landing behind this. He's gonna have to land something. He's gonna land a Reaver. The Reaver will take a shot against the tank and get picked up. Nicely done. The tank is destroyed. Shuttle killing things left and right. Nicely done. The game is completely in the back. Keep in mind, he has not yet expanded, so we need to actually finish up the game now or face extinction later. I guess Ssak is gonna just lift all of his forces up, lift up all of his SCVs and go somewhere else. This base will get destroyed. We have a counterattack. We have a counterattack underway. This is gonna change a little bit how the game will be structured here. Dragoons need to clear all of these SCVs, and indeed, he's gonna get cleared. I guess Vulture's gonna try to attack this, but this base has got only a single cannon. It's got two cannons. Two cannons is not enough to hold it, and Shuttle has forgone that counterattack with Vulture is a thing here. Every single probe is gonna get executed. Of course, all of these Vultures cannot leave either, so that's something. But Shuttle, we need to still come back. How can he come back? That's going to be the question. He's got a lot of forces who will load up a lot of these forces. The SCVs, the command center is going to land towards the bottom right and go for hidden base. I had one of the games recently in my game list where the Terran player came back because his burning command center landed and he started to make SCVs out of it. So that's something. Anyway, there is going to be a mine drag. Nice Reaver shot. He will destroy this other tank. Maybe, he's going to try to run away. And that Raid is going to be providing some nice coverage. And we are seeing the SCV repairing the command center once again. Shuttle need to keep that in mind. I mean, this is something that anyone with a little bit of IQ would know, right? If you have not burned down the command center, it will get repaired. So that's going to be something you need to think about. But anyways, Shuttle is still not yet expanding. He is having trouble closing up the game. He has kept some of his forces just sitting here doing nothing. And he's eating mines left and right. Anyways, and there's going to be a next large attack coming from Shuttle. He needs to expand now because he's going to be mined out soon in several locations. But good for him. He's mining out the base that matters the most. This base is the one that matters most, guys. And Shuttle need to know that there's a burning command center with an SV repairing it. He's going to expand here towards the turbo clockwise splitter. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we have a hidden base there with full SV saturation, because that is a problem. And this next is going to go up here. Shuttle is going to try to land some high jumpers. Nicely done. He will... No, that is the worst storm ever. I have never seen a worse storm in my life. But... okay, whatever. I cannot say. Anyway, this command center I think will come back. Yeah, after being repaired, this command center will come back. And will be in the exact same location as before. As for Shuttle, he's got about 30 supply lead. He needs to think about the 5th base now, because the game, the show must go on, right? The show always continues. I think this is Zelle that's eating up a lot of mines. Eats yet another mine. And it dies. So that's going to be the end of that. Shuttle's going to try to do another shuttle drop at some point in the future. He's got double shuttle. He might attack against the 6 opposite. I think there's several units there. There's some tanks. He's going to go through here. And this tank will unload, unsiege. Reaver will make sure that this tank cannot leave. Be careful. There's some Goliaths behind it. So this base is gone. And Shuttle have seen that. That command center has been revived. So he's gonna have to hang out here and just do not let that command center ever come back. So for now, it is going to be 4 bases versus 2. But Shuttle will need to make use of his advantage very, very soon and do something. Anyway, Zelle walking to the middle area is not the right thing to have. And probes need to get transferred towards the new base. Shuttle's got a nice contain on the enemy. He's got 180 supply. Sak's got 140. Come on, Shuttle. I believe in you. I know I said harsh things about you, but it was just a way for me to encourage you to play better. I have full faith that you can come back at least one game. And we will drag this game on to the next part of the game. Anyways, tank's gonna slowly move towards. Where are the other shuttles? They will come out and they will pick up the Reaver. He's gonna try to go for an attack. There's gonna be some Zealot bombing. Nicely done. He will drop one Zealot. He will drop another Zealot here possibly. Yes, that tank will fall. And look at this. He's being typical Shuttle, walking Dragoons into the minefield. And he will have a high temperature here to support, which is not bad. But that was some terrible shuttling that he has done there. Shuttle, and now supply differential is about 10, and Shuttle's gonna have to use the rest of the army for something. We have a science vessel that's gonna be going for EMP. Looks like the observer is gonna have to be very, very careful. The Reaver's gonna try to take the shot at the Goliaths here. Everything needs to be super careful. He's getting ready to storm. He will storm, nice, and he will pick up the high tippers and hide a little bit on the back. One Reaver takes a shot against those Goliaths. Nicely done. This is the kind of trade you want to have, man, with Shuttle. He's gonna send all of the forces. He's got so much force sitting here, but not doing anything at all. And he's not expanding. He could be easily expanding during this time as well, but he's not. And anyways, these vultures is gonna get clear out. This base has got like 4 probes. I don't even know how that happened, but he's got 4 probes. Anyway, there's gonna be another shot against that tank, but that tank has got the matrix, so Shuttle is gonna get, you know, picked up. He's got a lot of infantry. All of Shuttle's forces are here. He's like not using all of these guys at all. He's gonna load up 5 or 10 high temperers. These zealots will get destroyed, and Shuttle is gonna fall. He even have his Shuttle destroyed. Maybe no, he saved his Shuttle at the last bit, so that's good. And he's gonna eat more mines. As usual, Shuttle is eating mines. So another day in the life of Shuttle is, you know, mine for breakfast, and then Dragoon walk into tank fire for lunch, and losing high templars to vulture run by for dinner, and to top things up, losing probes to drops is, you know, for late night snack. Basically, we're gonna be having another drop. The Shuttle's got a lot of stuff here. There's gonna be some great storm. He does one great storm, but he's not able to finish up the battle. He will do another great storm. Nice, but not bad. He destroyed 2 times, but he's wasted a lot of forces, and now his supply is a little bit below the enemy. But he will do another great storm to eat up those Goliath and trade. I mean, trade is the most important thing in this game. Great trade! Shuttle's trading is amazing. He could be a crypto trader right now. He comes out and expands towards top right. We're going to be having 5 bases for Protoss versus for 3 for Terran. Of course, Terran is mine out in the main. This command center is gonna have to float towards the middle area, and that base, as you know, is very hard to hold. This base could be another base that he could take, but no. Realistically, who would want to take this base? This base has been mined out for a long time. And keep in mind, what is this building? There's a building here. Is that a starport or something, or maybe another command center? I'm not so sure. But anyways, now Shuttle is gonna load up even more Shuttle. I would also try to do a storm drop somewhere here because there's still some SCVs. Anyways, these signs are coming towards the center area. Shuttle's got some observers. He can see a little bit what these guys are doing. The rest of his forces need to get involved. Shuttle doesn't have that much supply advantage compared to his enemy. And he's losing observers left and right. He needs to clear out these vultures in the middle so that the probes can get sent. He will eat another mine possibly. These vultures will get pushed back, and probes finally will get transferred. Even more vultures might be coming out to kind of trap mines, trap probes in the middle. But now the major battle is going to be happening. This is going to be the biggest move of the game. Ssak is being very, very ballsy here. He comes out to the center, and the Dragoons need to clear the areas. He will see that those tanks are going to get siege up. Dragoons are clearing out the Observer. Observer has speed, which is nicely done. Where are the massive amount of shuttles? I think his shuttles got about 6 shuttles, but he's not using them just yet. There's going to be a tank here. Dragoon's going to get pulled back, and there might be an attack on the left side. Goliaths need to be in the right positioning, and Shuttle is going to try to expand once again. You know, all of this attack is nice from Ssak, but he's not yet mining from the middle. He's still just sitting here. While Shuttle is expanding and growing and of course trading well, these vultures are gonna try to stop any kind of enemy reinforcement. And now Shuttle comes up with more army from the backside. These tanks finally come out, and this will be the final deciding battles here. Where are these zealots going? You need to focus on the frontal battle. Don't go and clear these mines. Who cares? Attack the incoming Terran army. He's just gonna clear these mines. Maybe he's gonna expand later. Another observer is gonna expand, and the command center is about to finish floating to that area. Massive vultures. 194 supply for Shuttle and 186 for Ssak. Shuttle's gonna do a huge attack here, and this is gonna be the moment for all of us to watch for. Another mine that eats a lot of Zealot. We might have an EMP. This command center finally is going to land, and SCVs has started to mine for where Shuttle can attack from the left side. He's got an observer there to see this force here. Exactly, he sees exactly that he can actually attack with the Shuttle from the left side. Don't attack from the right side, just attack from the left side. He might decide to dive in right now where the enemy is not paying attention. He's going to come through, and it's going to be some Zealot bombing, some storming happening. Nice storms. He's going to cast several good storms, some D-Matrix, and these tanks are not yet being destroyed. He's going to cast one storm, and he's going to cast another one of those tanks. 3 tanks eat the mines. They died so fast, and nice trade from Shuttle. And Ssak, even though his his supply is not so different compared to Shuttle, he is trading inefficiently. That was a money storm, and this is why Shuttle has won one of the ASL in the past, because even though he sucks, oh my god, this will change the fate of the game here. We have a command center secretly landing at the bottom right that Shuttle doesn't know about. And now his army is kind of stuck on this other side. He needs to use Shuttle to fly across the map towards the side and go towards there. And of course, Shuttle winning this 3 o'clock, this 9 o'clock position is gonna help a lot out, because we want to have that base mine out when the big battles arrive. Probe's gonna get transferred towards the other side. The Shuttle's gonna attack again, but he doesn't know that the enemy's got a hidden base, man. There's so much fun. The Shuttle's gonna land a lot of Hydra. He can cast a Great Storm, but it hits the tank with a D-Matrix. Not really what you want to have. He clears the other tank, but it's gonna be the end of this drop. Wow, come on, be smarter. Use your APM, use your IQ, use your intelligence, use your brain. You need to kind of go out here and attack this base. I think you have to know about it. The Zealot was just there. You just need one Shuttle with 2 Zealots and maybe, I don't know, High Templar or something like that, and that's gonna be just fine. But he will lose more forces attacking into siege positions. That's not really what the kind of attack you want to have. You know, a player like Snow right now would have double robo. He would make some Reavers and he would drop the Terran main base. You know, that's something that you can also try to do, you know, to clear some supply depot and drive the Terran players back. But he's not going to do that. His commander is going to re-land, and this bottom right base going to Ssak is going to be a problem. And Shuttle is also not mining officially. He is not mining more from this lower base map. And looks like tanks are moving to that area. Shuttle is not there to intercept. What are you doing? What? His armies are like somewhere else. And anyways, now there's gonna be tank sieging, and now Shuttle knows that he's gonna get cut off from the rest of the base here. So much Terran army is in the position. Probe's gonna get forced to get evacuated. Where is his High Templar going? Are you kidding me? Are you insane? Come on, Shuttle boy. He's gonna try to land, and he's gonna try to do some. Wow! There was some mines right there. Go for the drop. What are you doing? He's just wasting so much time. I mean, of course, it's very high APM intensity to go for this kind of attacks. You know, it's very, very intensive. Vulture's gonna run by here. We need to have some Reaver landing. He's gonna try to storm some Vultures. Not bad to clear out those Vultures. And this base is safe, but Shuttle is trading inefficient. He's turned a winning position into losing position because this base has been mining for a long time. He could have easily destroyed it, but now he's facing some crazy attacks. And there's gonna be a scan, and that Hydra is gonna fall. Shuttle's APM is gotta be higher. 250 APM is not enough to manage these kind of battles. And he's gonna try to come to the middle. He eats a mine once again. And there's gonna be some vultures getting. And this base, of course, this is a fresh base, gonna get destroyed. And Shuttle is losing 2 bases very fast. He's stuck at home doing nothing. He could have just gone. He's gonna lose another Shuttle with 3 Zealot inside, and that is very, very unfortunate. The Shuttle is gonna get eliminated from the ASL prelims, but that is just a problem. Where are your Shuttle? Your name is Shuttle. Use it. He would come out and he would try to. Maybe he's got a secret plan somewhere. You know, he's like, I have a secret plan to win the games, but I will not show it to you yet. Looks like there's gonna be a nice attack coming through. Zealot's gonna try to clear some tanks. Another Shuttle on this right side is gonna get side. I'm not so sure exactly what's inside it, but this base is gonna get destroyed. There's gonna be a storm in the high ground. Great, not bad. He will storm more on the Goliath. This will be wasting some time. Great to hit 3 tanks. With that storm, there's gonna be an EMP, but most of those tanks are destroyed already. There's gonna be, they will fall back, and Shuttle's gonna load up more forces. But Terran has been mining the entire bottom right for a long time. Terran has got so many bases that is not interrupted at all by any forces. You just need to, okay, follow my mouse. You would start here. Step 1, make a Shuttle. Step 2, load up 2 Zealot and 2 High Templars. Step 3, fly them towards the bottom right. Step 4, fly them towards the bottom, top right. Step 4, fly them towards the bottom right. Step 5, fly over here. Step 6, profit. It's so easy. You just need to spare 1 Shuttle, but he could not spare it because he's, you know, one of these guys who are just, you know, trying to, you know, get everything together. There's gonna be another storm that hits a lot of units. That kills the sciences. Is not bad. But this D-Matrix tanks will be buying so much time. He will storm those vultures. Come on, the High Templars, do your thing, do your job. Shuttle is trying very hard. Of course, this is losing only High Templars is not bad. You're not losing Zealots. So this is why, you know, Shuttle is thinking, I'm gonna play like 225. I'm gonna not lose my precious Dragoons. I would just lose Zealot and High Templars. I would trade them for tanks. So that is possibly the idea here. But this Command Center, this Nexus falling is gonna be a problem. Shuttle is now mining from very, very few locations, and he's forced to send ground units up the ground here. There's gonna be more drops happening. Okay, these are actually bad, very bad trades for Ssak. Another storm that hits those tanks. There's gonna be another storm. You need to land more stuff here. Goliaths are not in the right location. There is gonna be a High Templar that casts a storm on the tank and several vultures. Not bad. So that tank's gonna get destroyed. So this base will come back, but Shuttle, we need to remember to actually mine it. He is so crunched. He's being pushed like a dog around, and while his enemy is just sending so many SCVs everywhere. There's gonna be some siege from the lower ground, and Sir Shuttle is not seeing it. He's gonna have to retreat. He can drop more. Use a shuttle. That is what you're born for. These 4 high templates are not being used. Oh my god! Shuttle man, he's gonna drop most of insane battle. A high templar gets eat up. Looks like this container has been broken. But what is gonna be the next move? You use a shuttle and fly them towards the bottom right. Come on, please use your brain. I mean, 50 minutes of game time has elapsed, and for sure the enemy has something at the bottom right. A single shuttle would clear all of those forces, but he's not doing it. And now he's playing so cringe. Anyways, where the shuttle, I guess he's gonna have some time now. He's not yet even re-expanded. Just fighting randomly in the middle of the map here. Godai's gonna try to come out to try to snipe the observer. These tanks have been completely spotted. Nicely done. The shuttle's gonna fly a lot of forces over. Instead of fighting these very costly war, send a shuttle towards the bottom right and instant GG. First shuttle is once again not winning the battles. I guess I don't understand anything about Starcraft, because maybe in 2025 the way to play is not to expand. The way to play is to micromanage every engagement as a Protoss player and make sure you trade well. Maybe that is a lesson. So I'm sorry guys, I don't have any understanding of modern Starcraft anymore. I thought it's about, you know, having more bases and destroying the SCV line. But anyway, Shuttle's gonna fly them to the angle. It's actually not very good. He has several ridges he needs to overcome, but he's able to unload some high templars, and he's not able to cast. He's cast some nice storm that hits so many SCVs. Not bad. He will eat more. He will need to cast more on this right side. This big group is gonna have to get stormies now. What are you doing? What are you doing, Sean? What? He's able to storm a little bit, but not so much. He gets 2 tanks. His command center might burn, sure, why not? But these tanks are still not yet destroyed. Attack the drone. Oh god! The command center is alive, and Shuttle has not yet expanded here. So I guess Ssak will qualify. Ladies and gentlemen, Shuttle has been mined out in several locations. He has done some big attacks, but how the hell did he allow the entire bottom right to get taken by Terran without spending a single attempt on trying to bust it with some storms? I don't understand it. And now he's forced to... I mean, this is why brains are so important in StarCraft, not just hands. You need to have smart strategies, and this is why players like Calm and Queen, you know, are so successful, because they are able to just, you know, outwit the other player. Anyways, let me turn off this map. I guess it doesn't really change much. Yeah, now we are going to be having, maybe that's possibly an observer. He will know how far he has fallen from grace. Or maybe it's a shuttle, it's an observer. He knows that the enemy has got so many bases. I mean, that you need to know. I mean, even I could do it. GG from Shuttle, thanks for watching, and congratulations to Ssak, buy me coffee, you enjoyed this class as well. Bye, bye.